most of you guys out there, I've been working from home for almost 2 months now. And I know there's probably tons of videos on YouTube right now on the best way to, to work, to stay motivated, and what you should do to stay productive. So I came up with this amazing idea of making a video on, get this, how I work from home and stay productive. All right, let's just jump right into it. I just want to put it out there that working from home isn't for everyone. There are definitely people who prefer to be in the office. They like that social interaction, they like the face-to-face. So I get that working from home is going to be a big challenge to people like that. On the other hand, if you're like me and you hate waking up at the crack of dawn just to avoid the morning rush hour, working from home is like the best thing since sliced bread or bagel, salt bagel. So if you're lucky enough like me, there's certainly a lot of perks and potential pitfalls to working from home. So I'm going to show you my home setup and some of the things that I do to stay productive and get things done. Having a morning routine is probably one of the most, if not the most important thing to start your day off right. The reason's because it puts you in that workday state of mind. You've probably conditioned yourself over the years to do certain things before heading down to the office. So even if your new office is just down the stairs or next to your bed, or for some of you, your parents' basement, not that there's anything wrong with it, going through the same routine definitely helps to prepare yourself for a more productive day. So if you're used to, going to the gym, well, don't go to the gym. Continue to do a workout at home, or go out for a run. Have your morning coffee with bagel if you're used to having breakfast. And also do yourself a favor. Don't work in your pajamas or your tighty-whitey. I'm not saying that you have to put on a dress shirt or a suit or some type of business attire, but at least put on a t-shirt and jeans. It'll make you feel less lazy and in less of this weekend mode. And trust me, you'll feel better about yourself. Oh, showering helps a lot too. Having a dedicated office in your home isn't always possible, especially if you live with roommates or family members or have kids. But even if you can't have a whole room to yourself, it's important to have a place where you can have an area where some type of separation, as opposed to just taking a laptop, dropping it in the middle of a kitchen counter or in the middle of a dining table where you're most likely not going to get any peace and quiet. I'm lucky enough to have a dedicated room to work, but more than that, this is also where I film all my YouTube videos, which also now serves as my work from home setup. It's probably really tempting to grab your laptop, sit back on your bed and turn the TV on and call it a day. But to get the most out of your workday, you'll definitely want to sit at a desk away from all the distractions and noise. I work with spreadsheets all day long, and I can't imagine looking at a small laptop screen for hours on end. Having an external monitor or even a dual screen setup can definitely help you with your productivity, not to mention maintaining healthy eyes. I use a pair of LG monitors hooked up to my MacBook Pro, and it works really well. One is a 34-inch ultra-wide 5K, and the other is a 27-inch 4K. And I use them for everything from editing videos, photos, to a lot of Excel for my day job. They're propped up on a pair of monitor arms for a cleaner look, but that's totally not necessary. But having a good keyboard and ergonomic mouse is a must, especially if you do a lot of typing. Like I mentioned earlier, working from home certainly has a lot of perks and potential pitfalls. Distraction is the #1 enemy of being productive, regardless of what you're doing. So when I start my day, I like to clear off my desk and, just get rid of anything that has nothing to do with work. Next up on my computer, I'll turn on Do Not Disturb. I'll close out my email clients, Twitter app, things like Amazon Prime, YouTube, Netflix. You get the idea. Having a clean and clutter-free area is a must, especially if you get distracted really easily, like me. If you work from home, you most likely have a list of to-do items that you want to accomplish. So having a daily to-do list is really helpful in getting those things done. A lot of people use sticky notes, a notebook, or an app on their phone, but I personally like having a big board listing all of those things that I need to do in a day. It's always in my peripheral reminder of what I have left. So if you have a to-do list, you know how satisfying it is to cross it off as you go through it. You definitely do not need an expensive chair to be productive, but you definitely need a good chair that helps you have good posture. And at the end of the day, be comfortable to sit in. I personally recommend that you stay away from chairs that are leather, pleather, vinyl, or any material that doesn't really breathe and makes you sweat, especially in the warmer temperature. You should stick with either cloth upholstery or my personal recommendation, mesh. I've been using a Herman Miller Mirror 2 chair for a couple of years now. It's essentially an updated Aeron chair that's made popular by offices around the world. It's all mesh, it's super heavy duty, it's super sturdy with plenty of adjustments that help you sit with a really good posture. I also picked up this mesh lumbar support from Amazon, and although the Mirror 2 has a good lumbar support system, this thing gives it that little extra oomph. There are also lumbar support made of memory foam, but again, I think mesh works best. I find having music in the background not only makes the day go quicker, but it actually helps me think, and sometimes it gives me inspiration. I generally like to listen to jazz or some type of chill and relaxing music and have it at a low volume as to not to become too distracting, but just enough to fill that dead space. Sitting all day is probably the worst thing you can do to your body. So make sure to get up every hour or so, stretch, walk around the house, go outside, get some fresh air, get the blood flowing, and I promise you're gonna come back refreshed, alert, and ready to tackle whatever comes next. So just to quickly recap on some of the things that I do to make sure I stay productive and get things done. Stick to a morning routine or just continue your old morning routine minus the commute. Have a dedicated workspace or a room if it's possible. Get yourself an external monitor or at the very least a keyboard and mouse. Invest in a good comfortable chair with lumbar support. Your lower back will thank you later. Get rid of any and all distractions from your computer and your work area. Keep it clean. Having a to-do list that you can visually see at a glance so that it serves as a constant reminder of what you have left to do. Have some background music or just have the TV on. Get up, get fresh air, and get the blood flowing. I'm sure there are plenty of other things that you can do to get the most out of your workday, but these are just some of the ones that help me right now. So if you have a specific way that helps you become more productive, just make sure to drop them down in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and turn on notification. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.